Hey, what's up, horror fans? So one of my favorite things to talk about are remakes, because there have been some god-awful, downright atrocious, and even insulting remakes out there. But there actually have been some pretty decent ones too. But my philosophy has always been, if you're going to remake something old, something obscure, something that does not have a big fan base attached to it, and just something that has a really awesome concept behind it. That's why if I was given the opportunity and had the choice to pick any horror movie to remake, I would choose the 1983 slasher film Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer is a 1983 independent slasher film, and it might be one of the first films to be shot on home video. It's about a boy who murders his mother and her lover with a sledgehammer, and the boy mysteriously disappears. 10 years or so go by and a group of teens rent out the murder house, and they are suddenly terrorized by the ghosts of the boy. This movie has 2, maybe 3 locations, and that is it. Even though this movie is very low budget and not thought of highly, it still manages to have a small cult following. Hell, there's even an article right here where it says it's inconsistently and consistently incompetent, and that's what makes it hard not to love. I've said this once before, and I'm gonna say it again. Even though this movie is very low budget, it actually has a lot going for it. In this slasher film, there seems to be some interdimensional portals that not only that the characters come in and out of, but also the killer. The movie tends to give me like this David Lynch kind of vibe, because like with these interdimensional portals that lead to other rooms where the killer and the victims kind of end up at, kind of reminds me of the White and Black Lodge from Twin Peaks. Sledgehammer is a slasher movie, but it has like this cultish, supernatural kind of vibe, which makes it very different. I don't know if this is true, but I'm going to go ahead and say it, but I feel like the movie Hatchet was very much influenced by the movie Sledgehammer. There are a lot of similarities between the two films. I mean, look at the titles. They're both named after a weapon. Not to mention, both slashers are supernatural beings that supposedly died when they were young, but when they return, they're giant, full-grown men. Sledgehammer was one of the first movies that I reviewed when I first started, and even though this movie is heavily flawed, I think it would benefit from a remake. And like I said, my philosophy is, I'm going to leave that in there, my philosophy is if you're going to remake anything, remake something that's old, obscure, and that doesn't have a fan base attached to it. And more importantly, something that has a really good foundation and potential to be good. Alright, so have you seen Sledgehammer from 1983? No, not that Sledgehammer, this Sledgehammer. If you've seen it, did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you think this movie would actually be worthy of a remake? So comment below and let me know, and please don't forget to hit the like and follow button. I'm Mike the Movie Misfit, and I'll see you at the movies.
Now we're gonna have some real fun.
Hey, an orgy! All right, that's what I'm waiting for.